It's me, Junaid, again. Today, we are talking about Python data types. Data types are very important concepts. So, variables they can store different types of data, and all these different types of data can do different things. So, let's find out what data types do we have. Okay, so the first one we have is a text type. So if you have any text, kind of text like all the alphabet letters, that all comes into string. Then we have, if you have any numerical data like all the digits from 1, 2, 3, 4, and just so on, those ones are integer. Then you have float, and then you have complex. Then we have sequences. Then we have list, tuple, and a range. Then we have mapping, which is a dictionary. Then we have set types. There comes set and is a frozen set. Then we have a Boolean, and it's called bool. Then we have binary types. These are byte types. Then you have byte array, and then we have memory view. Okay, so these are all the data types, and what we can, if you want to find out how we can find out any data type, if you have any specific data and you want to find out how does it work, how we are going to find out. So there's just a simple way. For example, if you just make it, as I said in the beginning, all the variable they can take a different types of data, and different types of data they can do a different things. So for example, we create one variable, and here we're going to call hello world. So if you print this one, so at the moment, for example, just suppose that we don't know the data type. So what we can do, just go and print x, right? So if you do print x, so it says hello world. What we have to do now, if you want to find out what data type is it, then we have to do just write type, and then in the bracket we write x. So now you see it says class integer. So data type class is string. So it's a string. For example, now if we are going to make another one, for example, y is equal to 100. If we go and print y, and we do print, so it comes 100. And if you want to find the data type, what type is it, here you go, then we have to write this. So now you can see here it says integer, which means it's all the numeric data, it will come as an integer. So now next we can find out about x equal to, actually we can go more. So next one we go, so string we had, yeah, so string we had integer. Now we go for float. X is equal to, the floats are back actually is the data with the decimal numbers. So now if we go in the print, type and print x, and here you go, you can see it says float. What data type is it? Float. For example, let's do print an x. Now we can see, so it printed x already here. When we give the print statement, it print 20 for us, and when we give print type x, then it gives us the class category, the what category is it. So then we can go for complex. There are few data types in here we're not going to talk about because they're not really important here. What we are going to do, that most of them, I think they are mostly used in data science, those sides. So we are not talking, we only talk about list, tuple, range, dictionary, set, booleans. They are the important ones. These are the binary type. They're mostly used in data science, algorithm, data structures, those sides there. So we are talking about, so the next one is a list. So the list comes like this. Let me actually write it down, then it will make more sense. List. Okay, just write apple, orange, and we can write cherry. So if we go and print x, again, if we print x, give a print statement, it gives us a normal print out in a list. So you see these brackets here, square brackets, they call, whenever you see the data in the square bracket, that is a list. When if you try to find out what data type is it, we have to write type, and we can write x. Okay, there you go. Now it shows that this is list. Okay, next we are going to talk about tuple. Okay, so the tuple are basically these ones, normal round brackets, parentheses. Yep, that's it. So if we go print, here you go. You see now it printed the data in a tuples, like in these parentheses, and when you see it say we ask for a type, and then it says it's a tuple. So all these list tuples, all of them, they have more characteristics, so which we will talk about later. At the moment, we're just talking about all the data types in Python. So the next one we're talking about is the range. So the range is, we need to just remove this one, and we can do range and 6. Oh, yeah, 6. So here you see the range. So range mean is like, so range from 0 to, it's actually counting from 0 to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It's because of print statement x is it's printed here, and then we also the type x, so the type is range. Then we find out dictionary. Dictionary actually goes with the curly brackets. See these ones? So dictionary has a property, a name, and it should have a value, a John. That's like, so now we have another one which you could do age, and then you have a value of 20, right? So if we try to print this one, so see it prints here because of the X statement here. It prints name John and age 20. And if we ask for the class type, so it shows that this is a dictionary. Next we can talk about a set. In a set, so again we can go apple, orange and the cherry. So that one is orange, cherry, and apple. You see, when we did a print statement, it comes orange, cherry, apple, and when we did a type X, so what data type is it? So it says this is the set type. As I said in the previously, that all these data types, they have a different characteristics. They use for different purposes. We will talk about them later, but at this point, we're just talking about all the data types. So the next one we have is set, and then we have we can talk about Boolean. So Boolean is basically is a true yes or true or false statement. True. So if we print this one, so you see goes true and the Boolean. So it's basically only like used for true or false. If you go here false, oh I spelled it wrong. Okay, now if true again false, so it says Boolean data type Boolean. Yep, that's all. These are the more important data types in Python we are talking about, and I'll see you in the next one.